Can you? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Let's get started. There you are. Good afternoon and welcome to CWS as it is.
Good afternoon, Colin.
So, Christine, tell us a little bit about who you are.
I am Christine DeCambra Forster, and I'm a mom of two kids, 10 and 4, and I'm into upcycling. I'm not sure how much I should.
That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess the next question I'm going to ask you is, what do you agree with the way your friends describe you?
I didn't get that myself.
When your friends describe you, what are some things you agree with?
So, well, the first thing is that they sort of say that I'm introverted, which I agree with. I'm assertive, very much. Um, I'm spontaneous, I'm creative, and I don't know, I'm just,
You're an amazing woman, Christine. You are indeed. You've started this whole thing with was it upcycling,
yeah.
and everything makes craft. How did this all began for you?
After I separated from my last place of employment in 2013, I was at home with the two kids, and of course, you want to engage your kids in an intellectual way, but at their level at the same time. So, and I looked around for all the stuff in my home that I can use to play with them and make it educational because I have two children at two different um, ages that I needed to connect somehow with both of them so that they don't feel, like I'm giving one more attention than the other and so on. And of course, we're always looking to save money where we can. So I'm not a parent who's out and buy all these fancy expensive toys. Um, so that's how I started upcycling all of the household trash items, especially things like toilet paper rolls, X-rays, aluminum cans, plastic bottles, glass bottles. And of course, we already had things like paints and craft knives and scissors and so on. So that made it interesting for us to do projects together and say, hey kids, this is what we do here. And when I saw the joy and the satisfaction on their faces, I immediately wanted to share it with others.
So you mentioned some things like toilet paper rolls and X-rays and all these things, and I'm just thinking, wow. So when you see one of these items, your creative gears start to turn, I guess.
Yes,
You get
yes,
excited.
I do.
But before I get into too much into everything makes craft, according to an article, you're one of 10 businesswomen selected to be part of the Women Innovators Network in the Caribbean Acceleration Program known as, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, WINC AP?
Wink.
WINC AP, okay.
Yeah.
What does being part of this mean to you?
Okay. It means so much. It means that I'm being recognized as someone who can make an impact in my society, in my country, and there are people out there who believe in what I'm doing. Of course, when I started, it seemed like a silly idea. To close friends and family, it seemed kind of silly what I was trying to do. So to be part of a program that recognizes the importance of what I'm trying to do and to help me become the entrepreneur that I need to be, it feels great.
You mentioned family and friends, and I was going to ask you what were their reaction in the beginning, but obviously it wasn't always supportive. But how did you get past that, and what made you continue down this path?
Um, Being a stubborn child, I kind of grew up stubborn as well, so I still continue to do it and to share the photos on Facebook, and the person started to respond. So when I saw that persons were responding, I was like, okay, this is reassurance that it's not in my head, it's not a silly idea to try to get other moms, especially stay-at-home moms, to engage their children using these mediums. And how I got past it with my family is that I just kept insisting, save your toilet paper roll, save your plastic bottles, save your X-rays. And they listened to me. And yeah.
What was the defining moment for you? When did you realize, look, I'm regardless of what anybody says or thinks, I'm on the right track? When did that happen for you?
Okay, that happened when I was invited to be part of an exhibition in 2014. Yeah, no, 2012, 30, I don't know.
How long you
Anyway,
started this, Christine? I mean, you can get back to answering, but how long you started this?
I started 2 years. I started the business 2 years.
Okay.
But the amount of things I've done within those 2 years, I think it's amazing.
Wow.
So if I'm not getting dates and so on right, it's because I think I've done so much, and I'm still in my head trying to do so many other things. But anyway, to answer your question, it was at an exhibition called Kiss My Art in the Promenade Gardens about 2 years ago. And when the girls from Red Entertainment, when they saw my profile of my pieces, they were quite impressed, and they were like, wow, these are really, really good. And then at the exhibition itself, persons responded really well. Most of my stuff was sold on spot, and persons started to really appreciate what I was doing, trash items, and the message I was trying to do. So that was the defining moment for me.
Wow. For other young women who are looking at you and looking for inspiration, this organization or this entity, Wink Ape, what do you think it can mean to them?
That's a good question. Being part of the Wink, we are actually going to be the next set of persons to select or recommend the next set of women to be part of Wink. Um, it means so much. It's an 8-month program where we learn how to be better entrepreneurs, how to manage a business, what skills we need to improve on, and simple things that we can do right now to be on the right track. I would say to anybody out there who's listening or who heard about the Wink or perhaps missed the deadline to apply, keep your ears open and keep a sharp eye out, because things are going to happen. So me telling you what it would mean for them now, it may not make such an impact, but if you just keep your eyes peeled, you'll see what we're doing very soon.
Let's talk about upcycling. It's such a catchy phrase and word and fascinating. How did you first learn about this?
Great, I'm glad you asked. Upcycling is a word I came across on the internet, of course. I was looking for the correct term to use when describing what I do, because of course you don't want to sound like you're not sure what you're talking about, and I don't want to use the incorrect term for what I was doing, which is it's not recycling. For sure, it's not recycling, even though people kept saying, "Oh, recycling. Okay, yes." I'm like, no, it's not recycling. Upcycling, because recycling is when you break something down from its natural state. You put it through a process, either a machine, you melt it, you shred it, you destroy it, and then you try to bring something new out of that destroyed item. Whereby upcycling is where you take what you have and you cut it, paste it, decorate it, embellish it, and you make a new product out of it without destroying the original elements of that thing.
What is one of the most memorable pieces you've made? I know I know it's an unfair question, but I want to ask you, what is one of the most memorable pieces you have made?
It's the piece hanging in my living room right now. The first piece I ever made with twigs from the backyard and toilet paper rolls and magazines.
What?
I could grab it, but that means I have to. Anyway, that piece was the piece that caught a lot of person's attention, and that was one of my best-selling pieces for like a year.
What did you study at the university?
What I studied?
Uh-huh.
Management.
Management. So when did you discover you had this creative side?
Oh, since I was young.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this was like a natural progression. Sorry?
Probably high school.
In high school. So this was kind of natural. It was a natural progression to you.
Okay, how to answer that? Okay, so during high school, I was obviously pushed in the business stream.
Uh-huh.
And then I ended up in the office environment just out of high school up until when I left my last job in 2013, I think, yeah. So I was always in the business, in the office environment. I didn't study art. I didn't, you know, it's just like a natural thing, you know?
What are you most surprised to find out about yourself in this creative space?
What I'm most surprised at?
Yeah, about you.
I am, I want to say I'm surprised at my tenacity to keep going and keep pushing the envelope to do things. Yeah, but then I'm not so surprised again.
I want to take that same answer you give me because it is provocative and fascinating. Your tenacity to push the envelope. So, I guess what I want to get from you, what I want to get out from you is like, what surprises you about your creativity then? Are you surprised every day sometimes that you come up with certain things, or you can look at a few items and then come up with this amazing creation?
Sometimes I am surprised at that, but being in the business of cycling, it's like a given that you must always be looking out for the next thing. Like I'm sitting here and I'm seeing these toilet paper rolls and I'm seeing 2 bottles that we just cleaned, and I'm thinking, what can I do? And how can I do it differently from the last time? So I'm not sure if that answers it.
No. I'm getting it. So after being in business for a bit, how are you convinced that you're cut out for entrepreneurship?
Interesting. It takes some guts to do what I'm doing and what a lot of young people are doing. Leaving a secured environment of perhaps going back to an office environment and getting a sure salary or something at the end of the month. It takes some guts to do this because it's not easy all the time to manage all the things that you have to manage and still try to expand your business and your clientele. Yeah.
What keeps you going? First of all, why do you keep doing this? What is the incentive to keep going?
Well, it all comes back to me trying to send a message. One of my main aims is to send a message all across Guyana that we have so much potential right here and so many materials that we can do so much with because a part of my business is to train adults, especially young adults, how to upcycle, showing them that they can do this. It's very simple, it's inexpensive, anybody can do it. Because I'm trying to build a network of young people in Guyana who can use this as an additional income, a platform to be probably the breadwinner in the home in some cases, and to a larger extent to have a group of persons who we can combine our upcycled items and export them. And there are already avenues out there. There are already persons approaching me saying, look, we like these things, especially the wine bottles. They love the wine bottles. They want to help me to export. You know?
What I want to go to the chat room and ask some questions. But in the meanwhile, can you do us a favor? Can you give us a tighter shot, like bring the computer a little closer? Is that possible physically where you are? So so we get a closer shot of you.
Okay.
Yes, that's good. That's good. That's good. So in the chat room, oh well, gosh, this is my fault. Dan said, great job, Ryan, and thank you very much for what you've shared. Mark said, Ryan has his hand on the pulse of what is needed to move people from one place to another. And Mark, again, I would be happy to see one of our finished products. So let's go there. Your products. What are some products you have, Christine?
So I have upcycled wine bottles, glass bottles of any and every type, shape, size, color. So what I can do with these bottles, I can do just about anything with a wine bottle. I can make your picture appear in it.
Really?
I can, yeah, on the inside. I can put your name inside.
You have any there, Christine?
I don't have them here.
You don't have anything there that you can show us?
I have them at my office.
At your office?
And they're on my page, my Facebook page.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So there's no possibility that somebody across the globe might have asked you to see one of these amazing pieces. Thanks, Christine.
Well, they can see them on Facebook, no?
Well, okay. That's fine. That's fine. So okay. This just has me going here right now, and I am fumbling for questions simply because I am thinking, well, what is a day like for you when you are around these items that people might normally throw away? What is going through Christine's mind?
Okay, so there are a whole host of things going through my mind because I also teach kids practice class. So when I see these things around, look, today I was going out and I saw the gardener trimming the plant, and I stopped and I picked up a few branches. That's how I am. And those branches, I'm gonna sterilize them, I'm gonna dry them, and I'm probably gonna spray them and then create something. But that's how my mind works. I don't just see something and leave it there. I pick it up. I'm sort of a hoarder too. I just pick stuff up and keep them, and then I think about what I can do with them later.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Tell us about your involvement with Bunny Fun Day.
My involvement? I am Bunny Fun Day.
You are Bunny Fun Day. What is it about, Chris?
Bunny Fun Day is my signature event. It was birthday last year when I thought about all these great things that we can be doing with our children, and there's not enough events or activities going on in Guyana that fascinate children and that can stimulate them at the same time. A bonus to Bunny Fun Day is that it's not just for children. We encourage the parents to come with the kids and participate in all of the activities. For example, we have the hat station, the egg designing station, the basket making station, which we encourage parents and child to design together. And I love when the parents' faces light up when they are actually the ones sprinkling the glitter or measuring something to see if it fits, you know.
So
And
what do you hope to get out of these exercises?
the
What do you hope to get out of the exercise of the parent and the child creating together?
what I'm looking to get out of them,
What do you
I think,
hope? What do you hope this exercise will produce when the parent and the child create something together?
great. Well, it's a first step to showing them what they can do at home because all of the baskets we make, for example, are made with aluminum cans, laundry detergent bottles, soda cans, soda bottles, toilet paper rolls. All of those are the things we take to the event, and they can make the basket um, with those. So we are hoping that when they go home, the kids are encouraged to say, "Mom, Dad, please keep that for me," or "I would like to use that box or something." And the parents would see that, look, the child is not just stuck in front of the TV anymore. They want to be engaged.
You like to teach, Christine.
If I like,
You like to teach. I get that. You know you love to teach people.
it's part of the message. It's part of getting the message
Is
out
is
there.
that what drives you in what you do?
No, teaching doesn't drive me in what I do. What drives me is I really want like everyone to start upcycling. Like we have so much trash around, and the thing is, if we can keep these things and reuse them and give them new life and new purpose, we can reduce the amount of garbage built up in your town, and we can beautify our homes, stimulate our children, find some comfort in crafting because crafting is very comforting to the soul. And I've had these testimonies from persons, from adults who have come into my space, either my home or on Brigham, and we crafted together, and they said, wow, I needed that. I feel so much better.
What is one of the most rewarding or encouraging compliments or comments you've heard from somebody who has gone through this upcycling? Um,
Um, Most rewarding compliment. I think somebody said that I took nothing and made it into something, and now I'm making money out of nothing. That was a compliment.
so what is more important to you, the revenue or the ability to or the opportunity to teach others how to upcycle?
It's definitely the latter.
Teaching others to upcycle. I like that.
Yes.
I like that. How can government or private sector or anyone um, help you to get to the next level in your business?
Okay, okay, so there was a project I was involved in called Guyana Shines, where we went into the school. It was funded by the U.S. Embassy. We went into the schools and we taught children how to upcycle. I took all the trash items and everything, and we showed them the steps to go through this. And I was trying to push uh, for the Ministry of Education to get it on the curriculum somewhere along the line. But I'm told that's probably not going to happen right now, simply because sadly, we don't really see the importance of arts and crafts in schools, which is
So if you had
terrible.
the ear of the government, of the Minister of Education, and you had to make your pitch for this particular thing, what would you say to him?
Upcycling is so much more than just cutting something or painting something to make it look pretty. This is a skill that if we can find that a child naturally has these skills, we can move them up or encourage them to further I'm not sure how to phrase this, but it's like I had this thing I've said this so many times that children are the most creative beings,
Hmm.
and if we don't encourage them, we wouldn't know what they can do. I mean, I think I'm a classic case for that because in high school I was into crafts, but I was pushed into business, and here I am, full circle, doing crafts because whoever, my teachers, my parents, did not recognize that I was crafty. So
Mhm.
my ambitions got sidelined, I guess.
Well, how do you see um, everything makes craft in 5 years?
In 5 years, everything makes craft will. Well, I'll probably definitely have a building of my own because I operate in a space right now in a building, but that space is inadequate because I plan to have my kids craft class along with my adult crafters haven, which is going to be ongoing throughout the year.
Hmm.
Also, display room for my finished product and a workshop. Yeah, because I no longer craft at home. I outgrown the house.
Talking about home, you're a wife, mother, and entrepreneur. How do you balance the demands of business with time for family, friends, and leisure?
Right, right. Well, that's part of why I said it takes some guts to do something like this.
Mm.
Any young person with a good degree uh, probably wouldn't want to do what I'm doing, but you know, and then you need to be a juggler. You need to balance everything. Family, um, friends, children, your studies. Of course, you always need to keep studying. Even though I'm into upcycling, I'm always researching, looking for techniques, methods online. We need to stay hungry.
What is your deepest fear about doing business in Guyana as a young entrepreneur?
Um, this is probably a phasing out of it because Guyanese are very excited when things are new,
So if
and then
sorry,
they sort of lose interest if you can't keep them captivated.
do you see the possibility of a market outside of Guyana, throughout the region, perhaps here, over here in the States, perhaps?
Yes, I do.
How do you measure success?
Hmm. How do I measure it? I guess by the amount of feedback I get after
Uh,
I would have done a piece, or if I had a class, then the parents would call me up or come visit me and say, "You
mhm.
were great. My daughter or my son is so involved now in all these other things." And
How can people find your business, Christine?
how?
How can people find your business? Where are you located? What is the web address, if there's one? That kind of stuff.
Okay, so I'm located on Brickdam, lot 50 Brickdam, opposite the GTV Blackberry store, and it's right above the Island Style Cafe. My telephone number is 592-696-3036.
696-30 what?
36.
3036. Let me go to the chat room. Um, Shaliza said, "Great job, Christine. Go to her business Facebook page, Everything Makes Craft." Okay, so you have a Facebook page, Everything Makes Craft.
Yes.
If you could turn back the hands of time, what would you love to do in regards to your business?
What would I love to do?
Yes. What do you know
Um,
now that? Sorry, go ahead. Answer.
I'm not sure there's anything I would I think when I started this, I sort of thought about where I wanted to go and how I wanted to go, and I think it's been happening, but you gotta push. You have to make it possible. You can't just sit down and have great ideas and not do anything. You need to push. You need to work, and you need to show people that you're serious about what you're doing.
Let's build on that, Christine. be at the end of your segment, but let's build on that. Give me two more points that, for those young people looking at you and looking up to you for inspiration, can use as motivating factors. Go ahead, give me two more.
Um, keep pushing the envelope, and if you think that you're probably not getting the answers or the feedback you want from one source, try another.
Try another source.
I know that sometimes as young entrepreneurs, we tend to keep things to ourselves and not want to share because of fear of somebody stealing your idea or something. Because you might be in a position to do it, but you don't have the capital to invest in it. But you're scared if you share it with somebody else, they have the capital to invest, and then they steal your idea. But if we don't share our ideas and get feedback and talk to people, we never know what's possible.
Let's close on that note. You will never know what is possible. Christine, thank you. And I hope we see you again sometime on CWS as it is.
Okay, great.
Good night.
Thank you, Kelvin.
You're welcome.